Action Jackson,
All right, ladies and gentlemen,
and Abdallah Zamba.
it's time for the main event of the evening. And introducing first, fighting out of the white corner. This man holds a professional record of 18-1. Holding the WBA Oceania titles, WBO Oriental title, and the Australian featherweight title at stages. An amateur record of over 81 wins and 5 Australian titles. He's the captain of the 2012 Olympic team at 34 years of age. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Luke Action Jackson!
So what about this is going to be the international pro bout between Luke Action Jackson and Abdallah Zamba. This is a great coup from Josh King and his team. A great atmosphere here at the Star. And in
We're going to introduce our black corner first, ladies and gentlemen, at 26 years of age. Hailing all the way from Tanzania, making his debut in October of 2013. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Abdallah Zamba!
So here we go. Here is his opponent, Abdallah Zamba, all the way from Tanzania. He was born on the 3rd of February back in 1993. That makes him 26 years old this year. His debut was on the 16th of October 2013. So he's been fighting for almost 6 years. His stance, orthodox. His residence, Dar es Salaam in Tanzania. And that's where he was born. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, please welcome to the ring for this international pro bout, Abdallah Zamba. A wonderful reception from this man from Tanzania. And look at him showing some wonderful respect to the crowd here tonight. They are enjoying it. They've seen 13 fights, 26 components, and now the main event.
And the opportunity to do this one more time. Ladies and gentlemen, a professional record of 18-1, a WBA Oceania champion, a WBO Oriental champion, and Australian featherweight champion. With an amateur record of north of 81 wins and 5 Australian titles, the 2012 Olympic team captain. At 34 years of age, ladies and gentlemen, introducing Luke Action Jackson!
And here is the hometown boy making his way to the ring. What a fighter this young man is. Luke Action Jackson. He was born on New Year's Day back in 1985. That makes him 34 this year. He's an Australian. He made his debut on the 3rd of May 2013. So he's been fighting for just over 6 years. His stance is orthodox. He resides right here in Sydney, Australia, but he was born a little bit south of Sydney in a place you may have heard of called Hobart, down in the Upper Isle, Tasmania. And in typical boxing fashion, he's always making his way. You gotta love it about boxing. The build up to the main event fights. Luke Action Jackson is ready for action against Abdallah Zamba. This pro international bout is set for 8 3-minute rounds. If it goes the distance, it will be a quality fight. And here he is, coming to a solid reception, Luke Action Jackson. With his entourage there following closely behind him. A great reception for young Luke, 34 years young. Born on the day that Australia welcomed in 1985. And he makes his way to the ring to a wonderful reception. Some great respect shown between these two fighters to one another, and of course to the crowd. You saw Abdallah Zamba earlier showing some wonderful respect to the crowd here. A great privilege to witness this fight in Australian international boxing. Your main event for Corporate Fighter Fight Night number 46. And this is a great coup from Josh King, his partner Danny, and the wonderful team at Corporate Fighter Fight Night. They do some excellent work from promotional events to promoting the event. All of these events are always sold out. There's a lot of people here at the start. There's plenty to do in Sydney these days, so it's a great challenge to get people here. But Josh, Danny and the team have done a wonderful job to not only put on this fight, but to get people here to watch it. And it's a great challenge to do that in Sydney or anywhere in 2019.
Okay, you know the rules, fellas. Obey the rules. Let's have a clean fight. Obey my commands at all times. Back to your corners. Come out fighting when the bell rings.
Round number 1, here we go.
So the first of 8 rounds about to start. Referee in the middle. Bell rings. Here we go. Luke Action Jackson in the black and grey. Abdallah Zamba in the red. Jackson in a defensive pattern. Nice little shot there from Zamba. Getting a shot in there from Jackson. Good body section shot there from Zamba. Now Jackson works beautifully. Good bounce from both fighters. Good balance. Now Jackson working back towards the middle. Zamba coming in. Working nicely, the young Tanzanian. Working hard against the young Tasmanian. As now Action Jackson comes back to Zamba. Good body section work. Zamba reacted beautifully there. Action Jackson coming back nicely. Both fighters working hard. A minute gone in this first round. Of course, 8 3-minute rounds as Zamba comes back. Jackson sizing out his opponent. Good midsection work there from him. Crowd in a bit of a hush at the moment. Just watching this fight, seeing how both fighters come together in the early stanza of this one. Jackson now coming back. Zamba just going over the top. Nice combination work. Jackson tries to just come at Zamba again. The Tasmanian and the Tanzanian fighting in the main event. Great work from Zamba. Nice work from Jackson to come back. Solid contact work. You can hear the punches through the screen. Love to know wherever you're watching this fight. Let us know on the live stream. Great to have your company on this Saturday night. As Action Jackson moves into action, and Zamba now working nicely. Abdallah Zamba, the man from Dar es Salaam in Tanzania. And now Action Jackson over the top, working hard just to get those punches away nicely to the midsection. Good shot over the top. Both fighters really coming back at each other nicely. They're not shy. They're not backward in coming forward. Action Jackson to Zamba. Zamba copped a few punches there. Just wipes away the blood on the nose. Jackson coming back. Good work from Zamba. Jackson now over the top. About 30 seconds to go in this opening round. Great work from Jackson, just over the top. Coming back towards the middle. Zamba now copping some heavy punches and some attack there from Action Jackson. Zamba over the top, tried to get a couple of punches away. Got a couple of quick little lefts away. Final moments of the first round. Main event action here on Corporate Fighter Fight Night. As now Zamba comes back, the young Tanzanian, and has Jackson a little bit rattled in the final seconds of the first round. Of course, if you're watching tonight and you think you've got what it takes, why not log on today, corporatefighter.com.au. They're recruiting right now, 25% off your entry fee when you sign up for the next session. Starts Monday, January 6, 2020. Includes 12 weeks of training, your free kit bag, plus many more options, benefits, all the training, everything's covered. Usually all of this would cost you $795, but tonight only, $596.25. If you're listening, if you're watching tonight's broadcast, and if you think, you know what, I want to give this a go, I want to challenge myself, I want to take myself to a new level, open a couple of new doors, well, this is for you. Fight Ready 25 is the code you need. Fight Ready 25 is the code you need to get the 25% discount. corporatefighter.com.au. Second round action now. Jackson and Zamba. There's Jackson now. Throws a couple of haymakers towards Zamba. Now Zamba comes back. He's tight and he's strong, this young kid from Tanzania. Just 26 years young as he comes back to Jackson. Jackson now comes over the top. Good body work there from Jackson. Comes over the top. Great work from Zamba. Abdallah Zamba working it beautifully at the moment. Good body work section there nicely. Comes to Jackson. Little short jab. Tries to come back. Zamba gets a couple of little left quick jabs in. Of course, Zamba in the red. Action Jackson in the black and the grey shorts. Now Jackson working it nicely. Zamba under some pressure. They go to the corners. They're moving around, aren't they? As Zamba comes over the top. Jackson now over the top. Little quick punches, flurry there from Zamba. Jackson now working the body. And now Zamba coming back. The referee just trying to clear out of the way. Doesn't want to get that loose shot. Oh, that's beautiful work there from Luke Jackson. As he comes back towards the middle. Zamba now working hard. Oh, jeez, did you hear the impact of that hit from Zamba on Luke Jackson? Wow. Jackson now comes back. Good shot, another one. What a shot that was. Jackson ducks one. Good live shot there from the B Live stream team as Zamba now comes back to Jackson. Jackson with a couple of little short little lefts. Trying to work the body now. Defensive pattern is for Luke Action Jackson. Now it goes to Zamba. And the young 26-year-old is putting on a real show here for the fans against the 34-year-old Jackson. A minute to go in this second round. So now it comes down to this. Final moments of the round as Jackson works the body beautifully. Now it comes away. Jackson working the midsection. Good punch over the top. A crack over the top was beautiful. Zamba now under some pressure. Jackson with a solid punch. Good little body of work at the moment. Final moments of the second round. There's Zamba now. Really holding his own in this main event, this pro bout for the evening. Hope you're enjoying the action wherever you may be on this Saturday night. Let us know where you're watching. There's Zamba now. Comes back through the middle. And just goes to the midsection as Jackson now. Just settles himself beautifully. Good midsection work there. And that's the second round done. So 2 rounds. down, 6 to go. And the crowd really enjoying it here at the Star. The main event for tonight. So round 3 about to start. And Abdallah Zamba, the young man from Tanzania, he is really holding his own at the moment against Luke Action Jackson, who's in a real challenging fight at the moment. So you can see the training staff there from Jackson just giving some instructions. Get those punches up. He looks pumped up, ready to go. His training staff are there. Training staff are just saying, let's try and win the mental battle as well as the physical battle. So now we go for round 3 action. And now, Zamba now. Cops a little punch there from Jackson initially. Jackson comes back. The man from Tasmania against the man from Tanzania is Zamba. Really launching here nicely. Good little shot there from Jackson. Over the top he goes. Zamba throwing the fists of fury at the moment. Good work from him. Zamba now with Action Jackson under some pressure. Good work. Beautiful shot there and a hook there from Action Jackson. Comes back towards the middle. Abdallah now. Just working beautifully. Zamba on Jackson. Zamba, you can hear the punches connecting there to Jackson. Jackson comes back. 2 little left-right combinations. Into the corner, Zamba goes. And the 26-year-old Tanzanian is starting to really step up in this fight. But Action Jackson, he's holding his own at the moment. Good little body section work there from Action Jackson. Playing it nicely. Both fighters just pacing themselves at the moment. Nothing too strenuous, nothing too fast, as both of these fighters really just getting in the quick little jabs, sizing up their opponent. Oh, Zamba with a good little combination. Over the top he goes. Action Jackson now comes back at him with a left-right combination, and again, another little damaging flurry of punches. Zamba into the corner. Good body section work there. Nice work over the top. Action Jackson just comes back. Good midsection work there from him. Zamba now working over the top. 3rd round action. Zamba now goes over the top. You can really see these two fighters just sizing each other out. It's pretty to watch, really. Zamba now tries to come back. That Action Jackson gets a little late shot there. Jackson stays upright, though. He comes back and returns serve with a nice little punch there to Zamba. Work on the rope there as Jackson launches again. Another attack. Keeping the head low, which is nice to see. Nice technique here from Jackson. Zamba under a pressure, cornered. So just working hard to get out of those areas. Nice work from Zamba. Action Jackson in the final 10 seconds of this one. Looking for the advantage. Going in after the 3rd round. This match and fight is going at a flurry of paces. And there's 3 rounds down. What a performance from both these fighters. So 5 rounds to go if it goes the distance, and we're up to round 4. What a night it's been here for Corporate Fighter Fight Night number 46. The next one in a couple of months, a little bit later this year. That'll be Corporate Fighter Fight Night number 47. We'll be raising money for another wonderful charity. Tonight it's for the Starlight Children's Foundation. I'd encourage you to go to their website, starlight.org. Dig deep. And please give generously. They do some amazing work with some kids that are doing it really tough, but they put smiles on their faces. They make their lives just a lot better, and they've been doing it for the last 3 decades. They fight fun, and they take on fear. And when they take on fear and they fight it, they win every time. And they make the kids' lives a little bit brighter. As here we go, round 4 action here in this match between Luke Action Jackson and Abdallah Zamba. The man from Tanzania in the red, taking on the man from Tasmania in the black and the grey, and Zamba now coming at the man, trying to fight with the lefts and the rights. Good little left right there from Zamba, another combination. Action Jackson with good defence patterns. Now Zamba comes back. Great little combination from both fighters. Action Jackson just pushes him away. Comes back. Good work from Zamba. Trying to launch over the top. Action Jackson trying to get back into this fight. Nice work from Luke. Coming back into this fight. Look at him work hard. Just building. Zamba he's trying to tire out his opponent. Zamba comes nicely. 4th round action in this fight. Halfway through. And Luke Action Jackson is now starting to throw the flurry of punches towards Zamba. Crowd in a bit of a hush here at the Star. Maybe they might get behind their man a little bit later in the night. Zamba now works his way around the body. It's great to have your company. Let us know where you're watching tonight's fight night on the comments section. As Action Jackson now works it nicely to the midsection. Great work. Just getting in some of those late little uppercuts from Jackson. Nicely to Zamba. They work around the ring. They're covering plenty of real estate inside that squared circle as Jackson now comes back. Tries to work it nicely for Zamba. Nice solid work from both fighters. Jackson working the midsection. Look at him just thumping the punches in there. Abdallah Zamba. Nicing, working. Just trying to come at him. Action Jackson cops a heavy punch around the ears. As the midsection work continues from Abdallah Zamba. We've got about 40 seconds left in this 4th round here at the Star. What a fight it's been. Looks like it might go the distance at the moment. As Jackson now comes at Zamba. Good strike over the top. Zamba now. What a performance here from him. As Jackson now steps up his game a little bit. Nearing the halfway point of the fight. It's moved at a flurry, hasn't it? As Zamba now comes over the top. 8 rounds is the total distance for this one. As Jackson now sizes up his opponent. Final seconds, as you can see, of the round, and there it is. 4 rounds down, the halfway mark of this fight. Really hard to call a winner at the point because both fighters, haven't they had their chances? You've got Zamba just coming at his man, trying to work some body sections, coming up with those combinations. And Action Jackson, he's short, but he's sweet with his approach. And a little bit of less is more from the young Hobartian. Great to have your company wherever you may be on this Saturday night here in Sydney. We are live at the magnificent Star in Sydney, the casino. It's been the home for Corporate Fighter Fight Night for a number of years now. And of course, we will be fast approaching Corporate Fighter number 47 a little bit later on in the year. I'd encourage you, if you want to get involved, please do. corporatefighter.com.au, the website you need. Round 5 action. Halfway down, halfway to go as Jackson comes now at Zamba. And good body work there from Jackson as Zamba responds beautifully with a flurry of left and right punches. Good work there nicely from Luke Action Jackson as Zamba now comes again. Nice little short burst of punches. Jackson now comes back at his man. And now Action Jackson comes over the top. And the 34-year-old from Hobart is really launching now at Zamba. And Zamba is retaliating with some brilliant defence and some counter-attack. Good work there from Zamba. Up and under he tries to go initially. Now they come back. As Action Jackson just cops that heavy knock around the side of the ears. There's Jackson. You can really hear the punches just being applied. Great camera work from the B-Live stream team, capturing all the action. There's now Zamba. Oh, that's pretty to watch there from Jackson. He's starting to open up a little bit of his punches now. Jackson comes back. Good work from Jackson. Nice little left-right combination. Zamba needs to respond now. What's he got in the tank? Fifth round here. About 90 seconds to go. 3 after this to come. Of course, what a night it's been here at the Star for Corporate Fighter Fight Night number 46. As Jackson now comes forward, tries to get the man. Beats the man. Beats that clutch situation. Zamba now working hard to try and get the body away. Great work from Jackson in the corner. Midway through this 5th round, just under a minute rather to go. Zamba, Jackson working the body, good little strike. They come together, the referee will unlock them, you would think. Oh, a little cheap shot there. A late shot, really, rather than a cheap shot. He's now comes away to Jackson. Good work from Zamba. Just to come back into this fight, these two fighters really giving it them all. This is a quality main event. I'd be shocked if it doesn't go the full amount. As Zamba comes over the top. Nice work there from Jackson. Look at the size of the punches. Just starting to lift a little in intensity, aren't they? And that's the 5th round done. So 3 rounds to go. It looks as though it's going the full distance. Round 6, of course, coming up. Most of the corporate fighter events are 3 rounds. And, of course, 2 minutes a round, but this is a little bit longer, 8 3-minute rounds. So about 24 quality minutes of fight time as we enter round 6. 3 to go before we decide the winner of this main event. Terrific performance from all the fighters here tonight at the Star. Wonderful to have their dedication and loyalty to the cause on offer here. And now we enter round number 6. We're over the halfway mark of this fight. 3 rounds to go. About 9 minutes left in this fight. As now Jackson comes back. And now the young man from Tanzania in Zamba is coming back. Good work from Luke Jackson in the corner. Try and counteract. You heard the reaction from that punch. Great work from Jackson, now starting to lift a little bit. Zamba under some pressure. Great little short jab from Zamba. Good footwork, great reach. Geez, the punches you can hear certainly colliding. As now Zamba gets another attack here from Jackson. Jackson under some pressure. Trying to work it hard. And now they come back to the middle of the squared circle as Zamba works it beautifully. Over the top he goes. Referee breaks them up. About 2 minutes to go in this 6th round. As Luke Action Jackson now steps up a little. Zamba now working hard to keep himself in this fight. That's a good combination there from Jackson. Zamba now has it. Crowd making a little bit of noise, but quieter than I thought they'd be. Maybe they will lift in intensity as the boxers lift. 2 rounds to come after this one. About 6 minutes left in the fight. As now it comes across the line to Jackson. Jackson now working hard to try and get something going here. Get some momentum as he gets some nice little slot punches away. Great work from Zamba over the top. Working hard to stay in this battle. What a main event to this corporate fighter fight night as Jackson just belts him in the ribs on that occasion. And now Zamba. Zamba now working hard to find an inch way in. Jackson responding beautifully. Under a minute to go in this 6th round. 2 rounds to come after this one. Main event action between the Tasmanian and the Tanzanian. As it comes to Jackson. Jackson just trying to work it. Nice work from Zamba. And Abdallah Zamba now under some attack from Jackson. As Luke Jackson now launches at him. Great work, great body shots, great shots to the head now. There's all points in those. Now Jackson comes back at his opponent. Certainly both fighters holding their own, worthy of the main event recipient. And that's 6 rounds done. So 2 rounds of 3 minutes left in this bout. Of course, if you're looking for something over spring to keep yourself fit, why not get involved here? The spring sign-up deal at Corporate Fighter Gym starts the end of October. If you sign up before the end of October, you can get your first 2 weeks free, a pair of Sting gloves, a pair of wraps, and a cap. All of that is worth $220. And it's a great deal if you're after a little bit of fitness to challenge yourself in life a little bit through the physicality of it all. And a really solid fight night in progress here. Corporate Fighter number 46 night. And this is the main event between 2 solid competitors in Abdallah Zamba and Luke Action Jackson. This is round 7 action. 2 rounds to go in this main event as Jackson now look for the intensity to really lift in these final 2 rounds. Jackson comes back. Great work from Zala. Zamba now working the body beautifully. He's coming in really launching at Jackson, wasn't he? Swinging to the left and the right. Jackson will have none of it. Now, of course, Jackson in the grey and dark shorts is now coming back at Zamba, who finds himself in all red. A little bit of strip of white on the side there, as you can see. Jackson now under some pressure. Zamba now lifting his game a touch, but that's good counteraction from Luke Jackson. Nice little counteract punch from him. Comes back away to Zamba. As Jackson works his way nicely. Midway through this 7th round. One more, of course, to go. Crowd in a real hush here at Star City. They're watching intently with every move, every punch as Zamba now goes at his man and tries to get Action Jackson going a bit. Great little body section shots from both fighters. Zamba getting plenty on the face. Quick little jabs. Action Jackson coming back. Oh, geez. Reckon Action Jackson might have been rattled a little bit like that by the last punch. As Zamba comes back. Now Jackson with a nice, beautiful hook. Got him with a beautiful left. Starting to lift a little bit in intensity. Short, quick jab. Good body work there from Zamba. And the young Tanzanian is working pretty hard here at the moment. Good body work there inside the final minute. As Jackson now comes at the line and tries to just equal the amount of physicality coming out of Abdallah Zamba. And the young Hobashian really stepping up to the key here. Good work from both sides here, both corners of the ring. There's Jackson now and Zamba working it out. A lot of midsection work from both of these fighters. Both looking for that solid knockout punch. It's a shortish jab there from Jackson. He comes over the top. Zamba, good movement from him. Terrific balance from both these fighters. And that is the end of the 7th round. So what a performance we're seeing here tonight between these two main eventers. Luke Action Jackson from Australia and, of course, Abdallah Zamba, the young man from Tanzania. Your main event for this international pro bout. And the final round coming up. So you would think it will go the distance unless something here happens. As you can see, Luke Jackson just getting some final instructions there. Very focused, his team. The mouth guard just pops out there a little bit. He's sweet to go now. So final round action. Nice little gesture there from Action Jackson to make sure the mouth guard was in. Final round action. As now Jackson works it beautifully. Great work nicely from Zamba. This comes back at Jackson. Crowd quite quiet here inside the Star Ballroom as Zamba goes over the top. Look for the intensity to really come here for these fighters. 2 minutes left in this final round as Zamba questioning that as he comes at the fighter now. Jackson now, both fighters really coming at each other hard. A solid bout between these two. He's really going the distance. What a big main event it has been. Jackson now coming at Zamba. Oh, geez, that was a solid little hook there from Jackson. Beautiful stuff from him. You could hear the impact of it from here. And we're above the ring. As now Zamba really works it nicely. Full credit to both these fighters, evenly matched these two. There's a bit of difference in age, 8 years difference. Jackson is the older. Of course, they both started their professional fighting career in 2013. Jackson a little bit longer, but both of these fighters really putting on a solid effort as our main event. Just over a minute to go. Great work there from Zamba as Jackson now comes hard. You can see Jackson working it beautifully. At the moment, is coming at Zamba. This fight looking as though it's going to go the distance. Final minute of the final round. Zamba now with some beautiful body work, and Jackson has some work to do. Good little short right hook there. Quick little Jeff's left jabs there. Very Jeff Fennick-like. As now Zamba comes back. Tries to plan another assault. Oh, that's a good right left from him. Abdallah Zamba. That was impressive to watch. Final moments of this main event. It's gone the distance. Crowd in a hush. Just intently watching this. Listen for the intensity to really rise. Final moments of the contest. Jackson now comes at Zamba. And that is 8 rounds done. The fight has gone the distance. The referee will go round to the corners of the ring to try and find out the scores. And of course, we will give you all the results here. But what a way to finish Corporate Fight Night number 46 here live at the Star. We've raised some money for the Starlight Children's Foundation. I would encourage you to do the same. Go onto their website, starlight.org.au. It's a wonderful cause. They've been putting smiles on the faces of Australian children that are very sick, that are doing it tough since 1988, 31 years ago. So we will take you to Paddy Lang for all the results of this bout. Who's won it between Luke Action Jackson and Abdallah Zamba?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we can have both fighters to the center of the ring. Each judge has scored the bouts. Ron Scoose, 80-72. William Solis, 80-72. And Dean Cambridge, 80-72. To Luke Jacko Action Jackson!
So the young Tasmanian does the job here tonight in your main event for Corporate Fighter Fight Night number 46. But what a performance from the young 26-year-old from Tanzania, Abdallah Zamba. He held his own. He went the distance. 8 solid rounds. 3 minutes. That's 24 minutes of fighting. And what a performance from both fighters. As you can see, Action Jackson and Abdallah Zamba.
Action Jackson. It's been over 12 months since you've been in the ring. How's it feeling?
First and foremost, I just want to dedicate this fight to my best mate's father, Dennis. He passed away 2 weeks ago. My mate Taz, come here, brother. He's absolutely heartbroken, and it's hard for me as well. So I dedicate this to him.
That's beautiful, mate, and it's good to have you back in the ring, especially dedicated to a beautiful reason. How's it feel being back in the ring? How are the 8 rounds?
Yeah, look, I needed that rounds. I've had a lot of issues with my hand over the years, and a giveaway halfway through the fight, so Bill was just telling me to box him. But look, we learned a few things. We tried to practice a few things. Look, we're under no illusion. We have to improve a lot to get to the world level. And this is just a stepping stone to that. I want to thank everyone before you leave. I want to thank everyone that come to support, not only me, but all the corporate fighters, especially those that travel from interstate to come and watch me. My promoter, Josh King, where are you, Joshua? Yeah, this is not possible without Josh. Josh gave me a start, and this is a tough game, boxing, and I truly appreciate it, Josh. Everything you're doing for me and my team. Billy Hussain, Michael Tamura, my corner, Hassi Hussain, Billy Dibb, former world champion. You can't get much better than that. And my best mate Tazzy in my corner. I'm truly living my dreams, and we'll hopefully go on to bigger and better.
All right, Luke, and last question. You're a trainer for Corporate Fighter as well, and you trained a handful of the team that fought here tonight. You trained every single one of them. What do you want to say to someone who's considering getting into a boxing ring?
Look, if you're going to do it, make sure you commit to it, because it's not easy. It's not something you can take lighthearted. I respect every one of the corporate fighters that got in the ring tonight, win, lose or draw. They're all winners in my eyes. I sent them all a message today saying I'm sorry I couldn't be in the corners. I had my own hard fight with this tough guy to take care of. So, look, they do a great job, and if you want a challenge, come and see me, a corporate fighter, and I'll get you fit.
Ladies and gentlemen, return to the ring, Luke Action Jackson!